Imagine this. Tomorrow morning, you wake up, you get dressed, and step outside your house. People walk past you. Cars move along the road. You wave your hand in front of someone's face. Nothing happens. You shout as loudly as you can. Nobody even turns around. You look down at yourself, and suddenly, you realize something terrifying. You have become invisible. For thousands of years, people have dreamed of becoming invisible. Ancient kings wanted invisible soldiers. Generals wanted invisible armies. Scientists wanted invisible machines. Writers imagined invisible men. Filmmakers turned the idea into one of the world's most popular fantasies. But today, this question is no longer limited to stories and movies. Scientists are seriously trying to answer one question. Can human beings really become invisible? Let's find out. The idea of invisibility is much older than modern science. Around years ago, the Greek philosopher Plato wrote about the Ring of Gyges. According to the story, the ring had the power to make its owner invisible. Centuries later, writers became fascinated by the same idea. In 1897, British author H.G. Wells published The Invisible Man, a story about a scientist who discovered the secret of invisibility. The book became famous around the world. Later, movies introduced characters such as the Invisible Woman and Harry Potter with his famous invisibility cloak. But these were only stories. Scientists wanted real answers. To understand invisibility, they first had to understand something much simpler. How do human beings see anything at all? Look around you. You can see walls, trees, buildings, animals, and people. But have you ever wondered why? The answer is simple. Light. Light from the sun falls on objects. The objects reflect that light. The reflected light enters our eyes. Our brain then creates an image. That image becomes the world we see. Without light, our eyes become useless. This is why we cannot see in complete darkness. Scientists realized something interesting. If they could somehow prevent light from hitting an object, the object would disappear from sight. Problem solved. Or so they thought. Because another problem immediately appeared. If light could not reach your eyes, you would not be able to see anything either. You would become invisible, but you would also become blind. Scientists needed a completely different approach. Scientists started thinking differently. Instead of blocking light, what if they could bend it? Imagine a river flowing toward a large rock. The water doesn't stop moving. Instead, it simply flows around the obstacle. Scientists wanted light to behave in exactly the same way. They wanted light to move around an object and continue traveling as if nothing were there. In theory, anyone standing nearby would see only the background. The object would appear to disappear. This idea became known as optical cloaking. Then, scientists made an important breakthrough. They developed something called metamaterials. These are not ordinary materials. They contain extremely tiny structures designed to control the movement of light. Researchers successfully demonstrated one of the world's first working invisibility cloaks. It could not hide a person. It could hide only very small objects. But for the first time in history, scientists had proven that invisibility was not completely impossible. At first, the idea sounded simple, just bend light around an object. But reality turned out to be much more complicated. Think about your body. You are constantly moving. Light reaches you from every direction. Different colors of light behave differently. An invisibility cloak would have to control billions of rays of light every second. Even the smallest mistake would reveal your location. Then there is another problem: shadows. If sunlight falls on an invisible person, a shadow would still appear on the ground. Reflections create another challenge. Mirrors could expose the invisible object immediately. But the biggest problem comes from modern technology. Humans do not rely only on their eyes. Heat sensors can detect body temperature. Infrared cameras can identify warm objects. Radar systems can detect movement. Special scanners can locate hidden objects. Even if human eyes could not see you, machines probably could. True invisibility means fooling every machine, every camera, and every sensor at the same time. That is extremely difficult. As strange as it sounds, some forms of invisibility already exist. Modern fighter jets use stealth technology to avoid radar systems. Military vehicles use special camouflage to blend into their surroundings. Scientists have also created materials that reduce reflections. Some researchers have even developed special screens that project images onto objects, creating the illusion that they have disappeared. Researchers in Japan, the United States, and the United Kingdom continue to conduct experiments involving invisibility technology. Every year, scientists discover new ways to control light. Little by little, science is turning imagination into reality. Will human beings ever become invisible? The truth is that nobody knows. Perhaps it will happen in 50 years. Perhaps it will take centuries. Or perhaps it will never happen. But history teaches us something important. People once believed that flying through the sky was impossible. People believed that talking to someone on the other side of the planet was impossible. People believed that walking on the moon was impossible. Today, all of those things are real. Maybe invisibility will follow the same path. For now, human invisibility remains one of the greatest mysteries in science. But somewhere, inside a laboratory, scientists are still searching for answers. And perhaps one day, the impossible will become possible. Because every great discovery begins with a simple question. What if?